Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, May 7th, and we are going to be talking about our last type of insect for the week. We're going to talk about the bee. And we are also going to meet a different type of creepy crawly, the spider, who isn't really an insect, but we'll get into that later. Are you ready? Let's start with some fun facts about bees. And I actually have this book, it's called Bees and Wasps by Ms.K. And inside, there's a little description about the differences between a bee and a wasp. They're each two different types of insects. Wasps are thin and have smooth bodies and legs, but bees are fat and furry. So what do you think this is right here? He's fat and furry, so would he be a bee or a wasp? He'd be a bee. Bees and wasps have some parts of their bodies that are the same. They each have 2 pairs of wings. They also have feelers on their heads that they use to touch and smell. And remember, friends, what are these called? They're the antennas. All bees and wasps have 6 legs, which is what makes them part of the insect family. Most bees and wasps can fly, but before a bee flies, they have to warm up their wings. So they either shake their bodies or warm up in the sunlight. But if their wings get wet, friends, they can't fly. We call a group of bees or wasps a colony. And in a colony, there are special ones called worker bees or worker wasps. And they have a lot of different responsibilities. So their job is to take care of the queen. Others are to take care of the eggs, the baby bees and wasps. Some are in charge of cleaning the hive, which is the home that they live in, or cleaning the queen bee or wasp. So let's talk a little bit about how a bee becomes a bee. And I have this paper. This is our life cycle of the bee. So bees start as an egg. So the queen bee's job is to lay eggs inside of the hive. And there's 1 egg in each section of the honeycomb, which is the inside part of the hive. So you can see 1 egg in each. So there's his egg. When the egg hatches, out comes a larva. Then you have the pupa. And finally, you have an adult bee. The change is called metamorphosis, which if you listen to my reading of The Very Impatient Caterpillar, you got introduced to that word yesterday. So bees go through metamorphosis as they change from their egg, as they hatch out of their egg and go to their larva, then become their pupa, and then finally their adult bee. So in your packets, friends, I have some fun things for you. One is this page right here. And you can actually color and cut out the pictures on the bottom and then glue them onto the number that goes with the stage that they go through when they metamorphosize. So we have our adult bee, we have our pupa, we have our egg, a young bee, and the larva. So the very first step would be the egg. After they hatch from their egg, they are larva. Then comes the pupa. Then you have your young bee. And finally, you get your adult bee. And you can actually cut this whole thing out and put your name at the top, and you can turn it into a crown that you can wear on your head. And I'm going to show you the one that I made and show you the steps you need to take so that you can make your own. So this is my bee life cycle crown. You can get a close-up look. I even wrote Ms. K at the top. And I have all my little stages of the bee life cycle. So all you need for this is this page from your learning packet, some crayons for coloring in the pictures, you'll need your scissors, and you will need some glue. You can either use the glue stick from your learning packets, or if you have the liquid glue at home, you can use a little bit of this. But remember friends, when we're using liquid glue, a little dot does a lot. You don't want too much. And then to make the crown part, you are gonna need a piece of paper. I chose to use a yellow piece of construction paper, but you can use any kind of paper you have at home. And you are going to use your scissors to cut out 3 strips of paper. And a strip is just cutting all the way up from the bottom, all the way up to the top. And you want to make 2 of these because you guys have small heads, so you shouldn't need more than 2. And then after you are done putting together this part and you've cut out this big guy, you are going to glue your paper strip to the back. And then you're going to put one on each side. You're going to glue one on this side, and then you'll glue one on this side. And then you can have an adult help you either glue or staple them in the back so that it fits on your head. And then there you go. You will have your own bee life cycle crown. And you are well on your way, friends, to becoming your own bug experts, or in the science world, we call them entomologists, people who study insects. How cool. Now to learn about our last creepy crawly, the spider. So we're going to start by talking about the different parts of a spider's body and why it is that they are not an insect, but they are a creepy crawly. So in your packets, you have this little page right here. And if you count the spider's legs, you're not going to get 6. Can you guys count them with me? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a spider has 8 legs, and he doesn't have 3 different body parts like our insect friends. He only has 2. He has his head and he has his abdomen. And he also has a special thing in the back called a spinneret, and that is the part of the spider that helps them build their webs. So what you can do, friends, is you can either cut and glue these words at the bottom, or you can even try and write the words in the box. So we have spinneret, eyes, legs, and abdomen. So down here, it's pointing to their legs. This box is pointing to the spider's eyes, and you'll notice the spider has a lot of eyes. Isn't that cool? We only have our 2 eyes, but spiders have lots of eyes, so they can see all the different things going on around them. This box is pointing to their abdomen, and then this one is pointing to the spinneret. So you can fill that in, friends. You can even color in the spider if you would like. And I also have a little book for you that goes over the life cycle of a spider. So this is the front part. Spiders lay eggs, and one spider can lay thousands of eggs. The spider wraps the eggs in a sack made of silk. The spider mother might carry them or hide them near a rock or plant. And this is called the egg sac. This is how the spiders help protect the eggs until they can hatch. Spiderlings hatch from the eggs. They look like tiny adult spiders with a head, body, and 8 legs. They're like baby spiders. Adult spiders spin webs to catch insects to eat. So a spider would be the predator for insects. Spiders live alone. Then they lay their eggs in winter. Some spiders die after the eggs hatch. And this is just a cute little picture of an adult spider. So now, friends, you have learned a little bit more about your spider friends and your other creepy crawly friends. Let's review who we've talked about so far. we've talked about the ant, the ladybug, the butterfly, and the bee, and a little bit about wasps and our non-insect spidery friend. In your packets, friends, you have 2 pages that look like this. Up here it says Shape Bees and Hives. And down below, you'll see different little bees in different shapes. So your job is to cut these bees out using your scissors and gluing them onto the hive that matches your shape. But if we count the number of hives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we count the number of bees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you'll notice there's 1 for each hive. So you have to try and match the bee with the correct hive. And there's 2 pages of this. So after you do the one, if you would like, you can go on and do the second one. So let's see if we can remember some of our shapes, friends. So if we have 4 sides, but only 2 of them are the same and the other 2 are the same, it is a rectangle. Then we have our round, no sides, no corners is our circle. Or if it's a stretched out circle, we call it an oval. We have another, oh, look, he's got his 4 sides and the 2 on the top are the same and the 2 on the side are a little bit different, but they're the same to each other. That's our rectangle. Down here we have our diamond or our rhombus. Up here, let's count our sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is our pentagon because our pentagons have 5 sides. This guy down here, he has 4 sides, but you'll notice only these 2 are the same. The top and the bottom don't match. This we call a trapezoid. And then on the first page, we have 1, 2, 3. So that is our triangle. And here's the stretchy circle that I was telling you about on the other page. This is our oval. We already know this guy. This guy is our rectangle. And this guy, I think he's supposed to be a square, but he doesn't look exactly even enough. But you guys do the best that you can, and if you want, you can even color the little bees in, or maybe even their little hive homes. That is it for me today, friends. I hope you have a great day. Tomorrow we are going to go on 2 different virtual field trips, and we're gonna review what we have learned about our insects and creepy crawly friends. I hope to see you then. Bye.